Hey everyone, welcome to my video on how to make necktie necklaces. Here are some materials that you'll need to get started. First, you'll want some ribbon that's at least a ½ inch wide. Then you'll also want some matching thread, a needle, necklace chain, 2 jump rings, and some fabric glue or hot glue. The first thing that you're going to do is cut some ribbon that's at least 2 inches long, and then trim the frayed edges so that you have a nice smooth edge on each side. Next, go ahead and double thread your needle with matching thread. I've used white thread for contrast, but you'll want to use matching so that your thread doesn't show too much when you do your bow. Fold that ribbon in half, and then as close to the edge as you can without going so close to the edge that you make fraying happen on the ribbon. You're going to want to bring your needle up through the center towards the edge. And then what I'm going to do is make a stitch on the left side and have the needle come back up through the middle, and then I'll make a stitch on the right side and have the needle end again in the middle. That way I'll have my knot that's going in be in the middle of the ribbon, and when I finish my knot will be in the middle as well. Again, that's going to help your bow so that you don't have too much thread showing from the finished project. Okay, so now that those stitches are complete, flip the ribbon over and we're just going to go ahead and tie off a finishing knot. Once you've done that, then we'll clip the threads as close to the knots as possible. Again, just to clean this up so that the thread isn't as visible from the finished product. Okay, now that we've completed our seam, we're going to turn the ribbon inside out, and that's going to be the side that will actually show in the final project. So your seam will be on the inside, and once we get that turned out, then we're going to find the middle. We'll go ahead and pinch this and make sure that we've got our seam in the exact middle of our loop that we've created. So now that you have the center created and your seam is in the center, we're going to create a basting stitch, which is basically just a series of loose stitches where you go up and down straight across. We're not going to back stitch in any way because we're going to pull on the edge of that string as soon as we're done to help create some gathers. So what I've done is I've created a knot at one end so that I'll have something to hang on to when I'm ready to pull on that string. And now I'm just going up and down in a straight line, probably about 3 or 4 different stitches. Now hang on to that knotted end and you're going to pull tightly so that you can see there's a nice gather in the center, and take your string and wrap it around what will be the bow. That's going to secure those gathers that you just created with that basting stitch. And now finally I'm just going to fluff out my bow a little bit just to finish it off before I'm preparing to glue everything together. Okay, we're almost there. So cut a length of about 3 inches of ribbon and lay down a line of glue down the center. Fold that over and smooth it out, and once that's dry you can put a dot of hot glue on the back side of the bow to help hold that fabric. Then wrap the knot around the front of the bow and pin it down with a pin just so that you have some extra help to keep it in place. And then lastly, wrap that around again to the back side, place a dot of hot glue, and then go ahead and press that down and cut it off. And once it's dry, you should have your bow hopefully to the way that you like it. Just be careful with the hot glue because obviously we don't want any burns to happen. So now we're almost finished. All that's left is to attach some jump rings so that your bow can hang off of the chain. You can do that a couple different ways. You can either do a single jump ring just right in the dead center and have it hang from that, or in this example I'm going to put a jump ring on each side of the back side of the knot of the bow, and that way my bow is going to lay more horizontally. So what I've done is I haven't even tied a knot. I've left it loose. I've went through the back side of the knot on the bow, and I've threaded my needle also through the jump ring. And now I'm just going to go through that probably about 3 times, and once I've looped my thread through the jump ring, then I'm just going to go ahead and tie it off with a granny knot. So you can do this any way that you prefer. I wanted to show you a couple different types of knots. You can do whatever you're most comfortable with, but easy enough. Just do a granny knot. And then once you finish the jump ring on the left side or right side, then go ahead and do the opposite side. So thank you for watching my video today. I hope that you enjoy your bow tie necklace. It's been a lot of fun to make, and what I really like about learning how to do the miniature bows is that you can do all kinds of jewelry. You could just go ahead and make a bow ring, or you can make some earrings to match. Either way, it's a fun project that's relatively simple to do, and thank you for watching.